welcome back to another video. My name is Jada, and I wanted to say thank you so much for being a part of my story. If you're new, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not new, hey girl, hey, how are you? I just want to warn y'all, this footage that you're about to see is a little raw, it's a little real, but that's okay. I'm not afraid to share my emotions, and I just want to say, when I think of the goodness of God, it brings me to tears. That's all I gotta say. But I would love it if y'all would stick around and see what I got going on. I make content about motherhood. I got 3 children, all the age of 5 and under. I'm married, so I'm gonna do like date night content. I have curly hair, as you can see, so I love styling my curly hair, skincare routine, shopping. I'm a girl's girl, so I just love all the things. So yeah, catch you in the next one. Bye. Okay, I gotta record this while it's fresh in my mind, and I'm sorry if it's loud in here because I'm at work, but I'm creating this as a video diary entry, and this is gonna be, when you're gonna see this, you're gonna see this later. I am about to do a fast, and I know you're not supposed to tell people when you fast, so I'm not gonna post it until after the fast is over. But right now I'm in between a hard decision, because I have been, God has provided. He has, granted me the opportunity to work at this job, and it has come to a place where this job is no longer conducive to like my mental health, how like I'm being treated here, and I decided to put my 2 weeks in. So I have like 3 shifts left until my 2 weeks are up. But I'm also like, debating like, God, where do I go from here? I applied to my old job, which is being a dental assistant. I'm supposed to start that on Monday. Today is Friday, September 26th. I'm supposed to start that on Monday, which is the 29th. And for like the past 2 years, I have been struggling like, God, what is my purpose? What do you have me to do? What are you calling me to do? And I love being a dental assistant, but I also like really want to be like a full-time content creator. But in my experience with God, I've learned once you like want something so bad that you just like kind of obsess over it, He takes that from you because you have made that thing an idol. And God is a jealous God. He will have no other gods before Him. So I am going back to being a dental assistant, and no shame in that. I'm so grateful to have a job. I'm so grateful for God to provide income for me and my family. But I've also enrolled in school because I am tired of job hopping. I want a serious career. I want to like put a foundation down and really achieve something. I have told God that I want to be a finisher. For so long I've been a procrastinator. I've been like all these other things. I have been like so lazy. I have felt unfulfilled in jobs, and I just want to settle down in something and like really put my mind to it and give it my all. So I'm going back to being a dental assistant on Monday. I've also applied to school to become a dental hygienist so I can make it a career. I was talking to my husband about that. But the other thing, the gag is, I've also, if around this time they are always hiring seasonal positions for places. But I've also applied to Ulta and Lululemon. I have interviewed for both of them. I had an interview today for Ulta, and that went really well. And I'll document tomorrow. They said they'll give me a call tomorrow. I'll let you guys know how that goes. But also I have an interview next Friday for Lululemon, and I'm just like, okay, God, I don't want to spread myself thin, but I also want to like take this holiday season to like save up money, get down on some bills before I start school in January. If all goes well, if it's God's way, I'll start school in January. So I want to like, kind of like put the work in these next few months and eliminate some of the debts, can't like free up some money, put some money set aside. So when school comes, I can just focus on school and work and my family. So I just want to make this in real time because I'm going on a fast, and I'm nervous but excited to see what God is going to do. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up some fruit because I am breastfeeding, so God, has told me to like do like a fruit fast. Like I can only have fruit and water to keep my milk supply up. So But I am nervous to see how this next chapter is going to be, what's going to happen. And I am going to take content creation very serious this go around. I am no longer going to procrastinate. I am not going to be a procrastinator. I am a finisher. I told myself I'm a finisher. God has told me I'm a finisher, and I am now going to start finishing the things I have set my mind to. Yeah, so I just want to like make this and let it be a video diary. So when God blows my mind, I have no idea what he's going to do, but I know he's going to blow my mind. I can just feel it. I can really just feel it. I feel like tears come to my eyes, like happy tears, because I can just feel that God is about to transform things. He's about to turn things around, because the last few years have been very, very hard for me and my family. And it really started when I started walking with God like serious, take my walk with God serious. And I prayed this prayer, and it said, God, break me and mold me into who you call me to be. And no lie, all hell has broke loose since that prayer. All the things that I was like holding on to, like trauma, identity issues, and just things like that, money issues, God has just been like turning around. He's like been breaking it down, like transforming my marriage, teaching me how to be a better wife, mother, and sister, friend, everything. He's really like broken me, but gracefully. I don't know if you heard that song, Gracefully Broken, but that's exactly what God has done. And I can just feel myself coming on the other side of that and just walking into the new season, like all the lessons that I've learned from, you know, the trials and tribulations that I've been through. I feel myself walking in my divine identity now, and I am very excited to see what this next chapter holds. So these next 3 months, I am going to like grind it out, save the money. Me, my husband, and kids have a little vacation plan for my birthday. We plan to go to Chicago, do some shopping. So I'm gonna keep the shopping down for the next few months and just save. We have like one big purchase that we're gonna do for Christmas for the kids, which is a puppy. So I'm so excited about that. So I'm gonna really just like lock in. Everybody's been talking about the great lock in. You know, starting September 1st because it was a Monday and things like that. But I was really just praying to God, like, God, I do want to lock in, but I need you to tell me what do I need to lock in on and how to, you know, accomplish that. So content creation, I'm locking in on. I've already cut my hair to lock in on like growing out my hair and like really defining my style and getting back into like caring for myself, locking in on health, cooking more meals at home, locking in on my finances, eliminating debt, and saving money. And one big thing I really want is a new car, but I'm really gonna just like let God lead that thing, and I know it's gonna be happening in His time. But yeah, so those are the things that I'm locking in on. Those are the things that God is walking me through, and He's also like told me about this book. It's called Simple Money, Rich Life. Achieve True Financial Freedom and Design a Life of Eternal Impact by Bob Lockchett. I ordered this on the TikTok shop for like $6. I'm also going to be reading this. It is a 21-day kickstart to stress-free money management. Yes, so this is, like I said, September 26th, 2025. And I will be, you know, catching up with y'all after my fast. I'll probably do like a few more video entries at the end of each day. And I think I'm going to post this October 1st because I also want to do Vlogmas. My goal is to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. No, by January 2026. So I want to participate in Vlogmas. So I'm going to start. This is going to be my first Vlogmas video. And then I'm going to, yes, participate in Vlogmas. So I think it's like vlogging every day in October. Yes, so I'm really excited. I've never completed a full vlog. So that is another thing I'm going to finish. You see that? I'm going to finish a complete vlog and participate in Vlogmas and finish Vlogmas. Yes. Bye. It's the next day and I have a testimony for y'all. If you remember in the previous clip, I was telling you guys how I'm going to fast for 3 days. And long story short, I'm just telling you that I end up ending my fast last night when I was making dinner. I was making dinner for my family, and my husband was like, what time, do you still have to go to work tonight? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, okay, let's sit down and have dinner before you have to go. And I was like, remember I told you I was fasting? And he was like, so you just sat here and made all of this food and you're not going to eat any of it? And I was like, no, I'm fasting. I'm just doing what the Lord called me to do. And he was like, why are you going to fast by yourself? I would like to fast with you. And I want to tell you something. It's a testimony because over the last week and a half, me and my husband has been going back and forth about, fasting, and he's growing deeper in his faith, and we are just pulling each other in our faith. But I fasted before, but I am still new to fasting. I haven't fasted plenty of times, but he's just getting into fasting and what God does and how we should do it, and just really getting deeper and growing into God. So it really just touched my heart when he said, why would you fast by yourself? You just randomly said you were going to fast and didn't even say let me fast with you. I don't want you to go without by yourself. And it's just a testimony to God, because I used to, me and my husband have been together 10 plus years. I used to try to tell him what to do. If he's not doing this, then I used to be like a Bible thumper. If you're not doing this way, then God is mad at you, and it's like this. And not even to condemn him, but God was showing me that I was condemning him, and it was pushing him away from the faith. But over the last few years, God has told me to release him, and just pray for him. And my number one prayer is for him to put God first. I feel like he loves me and our kids so much, and our family and his family and just everybody. I feel like he loves so much that he gets hurt, and he hasn't been putting God first and letting God orchestrate things for him. I feel like he tries so hard to get stuff done and accomplish things that he doesn't allow room for God. So God has been just over the last few years just instructing me to just pray for him and let him handle it, and take my hands off of him and just encourage him through prayer and watch God move. And let me tell you something, God has done a 360 in our marriage. I can do a whole testimony on that. We're coming up on our 2nd year of marriage. But for him to just say, why wouldn't you offer me to fast with you? I don't want you to go by yourself into this. And it was just God is answering my prayer, because I want nothing more but for us to be deeply rooted in God, our marriage, our lives, because we see how the world is getting. It's so serious out here. And I know if we don't have God, we don't have anything, So just to see my husband become the man he's becoming, and God, he's always been a family man, always took care of his family without a doubt, without a question. But the way God has grown this man up, mind you, I met him when I was 12, 13-ish. We were teenagers, just turning teenagers. And to see him be a 27-year-old man today, the way God uses him to parent our kids, especially our son and daughter. We have sons and daughters, but especially how God uses him to parent our kids, the way he loves me, the way he is just growing up. God is just growing him up, and it's nothing like seeing your spouse grow up, man, just to watch him become an amazing man, and just grow in his faith, and just take it on the chin sometimes, because sometimes life is hard. And for him not to react the way that he used to react, for him to really turn situations over to God, to just really entrust God with his life. Y'all, I feel so blessed. So I say all that to say that, me and my husband are going to fast together. but it also was just like the obedience of God. It was just like a testament to the obedience of God, because if I did not just choose to fast yesterday, even though I didn't want to, like yesterday I wanted to go home and make French toast, eggs, and sausage. I wanted to just eat, but I was just like, okay, God, I'm gonna fast. And I thought I was fasting because of things that I told you guys, like about the jobs and stuff, the situation. I thought I was fasting for that. But it's like the obedience of God. You never know what God is going to answer when you obey. And it's worth more than money. Like, this is worth more than money, to know that God hears me. Even if the prayer was so long ago, God hears you. God is real, and it just feels so good. But, ooh, God is so good. So, yes, I say all that to say is, like, obedience is better than sacrifice. Because me not eating for 12 hours, literally, is causing me and my husband to, like, go to war together. Because fasting and praying is, like, you're really pushing back the darkness. And there's some things that me and my husband are praying to God for, seeking God for, and believing God for. And I know once we fast together and we really dig in together, God is going to do something more, blow our mind, more than we can ever expect. It's worth more than money, worth any material thing that we can ever ask for, or anything. So I just want to say, like, y'all, like, be obedient to God. If God is telling you to fast, if God is telling you to pray for this person, if God is telling you to do anything, if you are concerned about a thing, I'm telling you, push back the plate and dig into your word, because God is so good. Because God is so good. But that's all I have to say. That's all I have to say right now. Yes, thank you. Okay, y'all, I want to close out this vlog, and y'all, I'm super excited. This is my last day working my overnight shift. I did get the job at Ulta, which I'm so grateful for, because it's just like a seasonal part-time position. But if I haven't mentioned, my goal is to learn how to do my own makeup this year, and we have 3 months left until the end of the year. It is October 1st. But so I'm grateful to be able to have that part-time job to, like, really learn the makeup. That's really what I got it for. And then I'm going back to my old job, which is being a dental assistant. I start in the morning. This is my last overnight shift, so I go from my overnight shift back to my old job, which is going to be, like, really tiring, but I'm so grateful. I don't even care. I'm just so excited that I'm off this overnight shift. I'm grateful that God has provided the way, because this job really was what I needed in that season, because it gave me paid maternity leave, spent time with my newborn, which is my third baby. So I had 2 other children. I never got paid maternity leave. So it really just was a godsend. But I'm actually so glad that this season and chapter of my life is closing, because overnights are so hard, especially with small children. Because when I get off work at 7 a.m., my kids and family are just waking up, and my kids are so small, they do not understand that mommy is so tired. And my husband does such a great job of, like, getting the kids for me when I'm sleeping and stuff like that. But sometimes they just want mom, and I will hear them, like, they'll wake me up and I'll hear them, like, crying for me. So I just, be with them and things like that. But I'm also have been so exhausted. So I've been praying to God, tell him I can't do this anymore. So he has made a way. He has cleared the way. I'm sorry if I talk fast, y'all. I am just so excited. I'm so grateful that God has blessed me yet again with another opportunity. And I'm, like, really excited to see what 2026 holds. And I been feeling like a renewed spirit, like, especially knowing that this is my last day. Also, I want to tell you about this book. And at first it started off slow, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, are we gonna get to the point in this book? But actually, it's really good. And I am on chapter 6. Last night I spent some time reading when I was at work during my downtime, and there is one thing that I've taken away, is that we are always asking God to give us money, bless us with more money, and once we have our money, we can just do this and that. But really what I got out of it so far, and like I said, I'm only in chapter 6, but it says that be a good steward of the money that you currently have. Like, save money that you have. Even if you're only making, like, say, like $1,000 a check, do not spend 100% of that check. Save some money. And I really was like, that's such a great idea, because what I do is budget down to zero, but I put money in savings. But what I do is, like, take the money out of savings if I want to, like, buy something. No, like, keep the money saved. Invest it into something, because, like, even if you invest small increments, it really adds up. It's a part in here that talks about a janitor, and he did not make a lot of money, but he ended up dying with $8 million invested, like, that he has accumulated, like, from different investments and things like that. And it really just opened my eyes, because it's like he did small things over his career as a janitor, and he worked another part-time job, but that made a big difference. It made a huge impact. He didn't have any family or anything, so he ended up donating the money, but, like, he was very smart with his money. And it also talks about, like, how professional athletes, make millions of dollars in their career, and by the time they retire, they're going bankrupt. It's because they do not make smart money decisions. So it's not about the money that you make, it's about how you spend the money that you have. And then God will be willing to bless you with more, because he sees that you are a good steward of the money. So I am going to take that, and I am going to start automating a certain amount of money out of my check into my savings. And me and my husband have talked about different ways to invest it, and I'm excited to see where that goes. So I'm not a financial guru or anything. I am just trying to learn how to spend money God's way, really, truly, honestly, because we are all talking about, oh my gosh, like, inflation, cost of living is so high and stuff like that. But, like, if you are in the kingdom, there's no lack in the kingdom. You just have to learn how to manage and be a good steward, and God will guide you and order your steps on how to spend the money. So that's, like, all I have to say. Like I said, it's October 1st. I'm gonna do my best to participate in Vlogmas. I have a few ideas that I want to do, and I'm excited to see where this journey leads, y'all. I'm so excited. And I have to come out here and close the vlog and just let y'all know, like, the update of where things are going. I'll keep you updated about how the new job is going, even though it's not a new job. The new job that I used to work. So I'll keep you updated with that. But yes, my name is Jada, and I'm so glad that you guys stuck around. Thank you for watching. Bye.